because that was a warm-up. We want all the devotees on stage. All the devotees come up, please. Come on, everyone. That includes any of the audience. You want to come up here? We always start the program off with a homage to our Guru, His Divine Grace. You see his picture there. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who came to America in 1965 at the age of 70. He was carrying with him only 17 rupees, something like 17 rupees. And he came alone. He knew no one in America. the scientists have never actually been able to prove that consciousness, how it is produced. Actually, they don't even get involved with consciousness. They don't even get involved. Because to them, consciousness is an area that they know absolutely nothing about. Because consciousness cannot be approached by material perception. Anyone who has a little intelligence can understand that the senses are material, and therefore they can only approach actually gross objects. But you can see how very, very limited the different types of bodies are, because each type of body is a limited restriction on consciousness. So therefore, the human form of life, because it's the highest development of consciousness, it naturally invokes this tendency. It naturally invokes this tendency to search after higher knowledge. In other words, that we want to be cognizant. We want to be cognizant of our predicament, our environment. We want to know further. We want to know how to manipulate that environment so as to bring about the highest types of pleasure, the most succulent types of pleasure which are available within our jurisdiction. So therefore, the whole misdirection of consciousness in the material world is in the form of, materialistic advancement. Artha, karma. Actually, karma is the predominance of the material world. All the different types of bodies are based upon karma. Karma means sense gratification. And of course, dharma. Dharma is economic development in a higher plane. You see, what we call this, that's why Krishna says, sarva dharma prachaja, because all that so-called religiosity is that when we fail to be able to create a situation within the material environment which can bring about lasting happiness or even a possibility of satisfying our senses, we then try to project that onto a higher plane and hope that when we achieve that higher plane, all of those things which we couldn't adjust with our consciousness down here will be automatically adjusted up there. Doesn't matter who adjusts them, really. We put the name God because God is probably going to do a better job than we are. But actually, most people, they're not really worried if God is up there when they get there. What they're worried about is the environment, the conditions, the type of sense gratification that is going to be available on that higher plane. Because the living entity is more intelligent in the human form of life. That's why it says atata brahma jignasya. Tata means now there is the possibility. There is the possibility of searching out Brahman, of understanding God. Brahman means actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But so the human form of life is a wonderful opportunity. But at the same time, when actually people do search out God, they tend to bring with them the uselessness of this material world to that higher plane. Just like Prabhupada gives an example, if you took a hog to heaven, he'd still look for stool. He'd still want to chase after little female piggies. And he'd still want little children. Conditional state of the living entity causes him to actually try to project onto the transcendental plane the same type of thing that's going on here, which is actually exploitation. That's all it is.